Hello. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Bridget. And thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. And what a wonderful Christmas fair that we've got as well. So hello, everybody. My name is Emily and I am a voice and communications coach. I have a business called Speaking Voices, and really it helps people to ultimately achieve success by speaking with a lot more confidence. Now, I think everybody has confidence. Everyone is born with confidence. So we want to imagine that confidence, everyone has a line of confidence here. And to increase your levels of confidence, you want to be able to be surrounded by good people. You want to be able to have positive self-talk, positive affirmations, really thinking about your next goals in life, what you want to achieve. And this is what I will be talking about today. I will be talking about and sharing my journey from how I was in fear, changing my journey from fear to freedom. And this is my personal journey, how I was in fear, then gaining that confidence, and to be able to really then use that confidence and turn it into self-expression, turn it into communication, and be able to speak in front of all you people today. So going back to confidence, we want to be able to build our confidence levels. We want to be able to grow. And the best way to do that, and confidence is really determined by a lot of things. Confidence is determined by your self-awareness, your mindset, your experience, your knowledge, and the people you're surrounding yourself with. Now, there'll be lots of different days where you might not feel confident, and that is completely okay. You don't have to have 100% levels of confidence all the time. But if we want to achieve those goals, if we want to reach that next level of success, we need to be able to grow. And that is within our human nature, to grow within ourselves, to strive to be better, to be more confident. But there'll be times where you feel a lack of confidence, and you might be experiencing things like trauma, you might have experienced things like bullying. Low confidence also stems from things like fear, rejection, stress. Lack of confidence also includes things like unrealistic expectations from lots of different people. You trying to meet somebody else's expectations, you trying to impress somebody else. Now, through my journey and the whole time that I think about actually, how did I grow my confidence? And it was pretty much, I guess, by chance, really. At GCSE, well, I had to take GCSEs, and this was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to take GCSE drama. And I was like, okay, what is this GCSE drama? I knew nothing about acting, nothing about theatre, nothing about film. And the first day that I took GCSE drama, the first lesson, I was like, wow, okay, this is amazing, because I could be somebody else. I didn't have to be the real me, because the real me back then, I was having a lot of trauma growing up. My dad was an alcoholic, so there was a lot of violence and trauma involved. And I didn't want to be associated with the real me in real life. So that's why I found GCSE drama really helpful. It was an escape mechanism for me to be confident by being another person, which sounds really strange, but that's how I sort of escaped that lifestyle. I became somebody else. It was nice because you get a script, you're a different character, and the emotions that are there, you can experience different emotions. For me, it was just negativity, lots of shouting, all of the things that you associate negative, low confidence, everything that was there, I had. And I was like, okay, I want to be confident. How do I do that? So for me, the characters that I was becoming and the emotions that I was feeling, yes, I can be happy in that moment in time. And at school, even though I wasn't particularly outgoing, I wasn't loud, but I wasn't necessarily shy either. I was just there sitting happily. But the feeling crept in when teachers asked me. Teachers asked me to read out loud or put my hand up in class and reply to a certain question. My hands were feeling clammy, my cheeks were turning red, and I just had this sheer sense of panic. I just didn't know what to do. I just had this awful feeling inside of me. And I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore. And this panic, I was just glad. Whatever answer I gave, however I read, it didn't matter because I wanted it to be over straight away. And we are conditioned to speak in a certain way, or we're conditioned to feel in a certain way. And at school, we have to put our hand up to speak. We have to give ourselves permission to speak. We have to put our hand up, and then the teacher will ask you to speak. Now, imagine you're that child and you are putting your hand up hundreds of times in class and you're never chosen. What happens to your emotions? You feel rejected. You feel a sense of fear when you put your hand up next, they won't choose you. And this is all about the low confidence. They're giving you the low confidence. And that's not how we want to feel. We want to feel heard. We want to make ourselves think and say all of our opinions when we want to say it. Because one thing that happened to me, because I was taught the phrase, think before you speak. Now, this phrase, people teach us these behaviors, and we actually do these behaviors subconsciously. We think and we don't actually think, we do these behaviors without thinking about it. It's in our subconscious mind, and because we're doing it and we don't actually know if it's right or wrong, whether it's truly right or truly wrong, we just do it for the sake of somebody telling us this. And going back to the GCSE, this is where I thought, okay, if I am going to become a different character, I need to think like the character. I need to have all of these emotions like this character, because acting isn't always about, okay, memorizing the script and then spewing out the lines from the script. And this is what differentiates, good actors from bad actors. There's a sense of authenticity there. There's a sense of, okay, I am becoming the character, not pretending to be somebody else. I am that other person. So this is what I thought about all the time, all the years that I was doing acting, all the amount of times that I was thinking, okay, yes, I want to be an actor. And acting was what made me happy for many, many years. It made me think, okay, this is who I'm going to be. I'm going to get rid of, my normal life, my real me. And this became really, really complicated because there was no self-identity left. I didn't know really who I was because I was chasing to become somebody else all the time. And by doing that, I lost the sense of me. I was completely numb. I was almost living life on autopilot, living through like a glass panel, not knowing where to go in life. All I knew was acting. So I thought, okay, well, if I want to become an actor, if I want to be the best actor I can be, how can I do that? What is the denominator of all actors? What do they all have in common? And that is really their voice, their voice. And that's what I started to explore. One of the things before I went to do an acting degree, I regretted not going to drama school. Now, drama school is one of the institutions where all the top famous actors train. And at the time, at 17 years old, I regretted it. I didn't even think of applying to drama school because it was, one, quite expensive. You have to pay an audition fee. So you have to do 2 scripts and you have to also sing a song for the panel in front of you. And if I'm paying for an audition to try and get into drama school, and I also have a lack of confidence, of course, I'm not even going to apply, because I knew as soon as I have given my money away, I would have failed straight away. I didn't have the confidence within me to become the other character. I didn't have the confidence to be me. So how can I show them what I can do if I didn't have that confidence inside? So after my acting degree at university, I went on and I thought, okay, this is my last chance. At 21 years old, you think, oh my gosh, you're so old now. I just need to do a master's, and that master's is going to be in acting. That's what I'm going to do. I want to become an actor, and I'm going to train my voice. I'm going to be the best actor that I can be. Now, I applied to drama school back in Birmingham, the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire. And what happened was I did my scripts, I performed my scripts, I performed my song. They emailed me back and said, the course that you applied to, MA Acting, it's closed because there's not enough applicants. Well, I was like, well, what do I do now? Do I wait a whole year until I'm 22? Because, oh my gosh, 22 back then is so old. Or do I well, they offered me actually an alternative, which is a master's in voice. And I was like, okay, what is this master's in voice? I don't really know what this is about, but there was one module in acting, and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to take that course. I'm going to do that course. I'm going to become the best actor I can be. So that's what I did. And I didn't realize how this turn of events, from me not going to drama school before, not having the lack of confidence, to applying to drama school and then being transferred to this master's with voice studies course, it actually was a complete blessing in disguise. It completely changed my life. And this is, I guess, the reason why, and what I do now is because of everything that I learned on this course. So the master's in voice studies, we learned about accents, how to do different accents. We learned about where languages came from. We also learned about singing and Shakespeare and acting. But one of the modules that really transformed my life, and this is called breath work. And I was like, what is this breath work? And it's really a module to learn how to breathe. So, and I didn't know back then, breathing is so connected to your voice. It's connected to how you are feeling, how you can portray the characters with more emotion, with more authenticity. And we did this exercise where we were just breathing. We were learning how to breathe in through our nose, out through the mouth. We were feeling the different sensations of how to breathe. And we did this for hours and hours and hours each day, learning how to breathe. And I was like, what's the point in this breathing? Like, why are you making me breathe? I just didn't understand, because as humans, we breathe normally. Like, we don't think about breathing. You don't need to think about breathing. So why am I learning this module about breathing? Now, my teacher said to me, if you put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach, and just notice which hand moves more. So you are just breathing in, breathing out. And she said to me, if your hand is on your chest, that means that you're not breathing correctly. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not breathing correctly? There's a correct way to breathe. And she was like, yes, there is. Because if you think about it, babies, when they're born, they breathe from their bellies. And that's the natural way to breathe. The baby's belly, they expand and deflate, expands and deflate. And we practice this new technique of breathing. And it really gave me a sense of a clear mind. It gave me a sense of realigning my body and my brain. Because she also said to me that if you're breathing from your chest up here, it doesn't allow your brain and your body to be in sync. When you're breathing here, you're only using half the capacity of your lungs. So imagine your whole lungs is down here. You're using 100%. And if you're breathing just from the top half, you're using 50% of your lungs. And what happens is there is not enough time for the messages from your body to be sent to your brain, and for your brain to send those messages down to your body. And this is why people freeze on stage when they speak. They have the red cheeks, they have sweaty hands, and they just don't know what to say. They don't know how to articulate themselves, because the breathing mechanism, your brain needs us to breathe to survive. When you don't breathe, your brain goes into a state of panic and it goes, oh my gosh, oh no, how do I survive? How can I get more air into my body? And it goes into a state of panic. So that's the first and most important thing, is about when you're talking, is to be able to breathe in the moment and also talk at the same time. And in this module, we also learned about re-stimulating our senses. So we did this exercise called observing people, and we just went out into the city centre of Birmingham, and we just looked at people, how they behaved, how they walked, and we just spoke our opinion about the people that we saw. Oh, she has a red dress. Oh, she's got blue hair. Oh, they look nice. They look like they're about to have an argument. So by speaking our minds, there is no time for us to think about what we're saying. We are, I guess, getting rid of that conditioning of think before we speak. So we did all of these exercises, and for me, the whole process of breathing, re-stimulating the senses, thinking about, not thinking too much about what we're going to say, really helped me to be confident. And the people on my course as well, they were from all over the world. So we had people not just my age, especially with university time, everybody's 18. When I did my master's, people were, they worked abroad teaching English. There were people who had families. There were people traveling from Sheffield all the way to Birmingham on the train at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they've got children. So for me, having those experiences really boosted my confidence, really allowed me to grow as a person. And that's what you need, that self-awareness that I was talking about before. You need the self-awareness, you need that mindset, you need the experiences and the knowledge and the people around you to become confident. Now, I think this is, made me who I am. This is why I set up my business. This is what I want to continue doing. So after my master's, it actually gave me the confidence to build my own business and to teach everybody the things that I knew, how to be confident and how to speak and express myself and articulate myself in all different places. So it doesn't matter if I'm speaking to one person, it doesn't matter if I'm speaking to 1,000 people in an auditorium. Everywhere I go, I use my same voice. I use that one voice, and I use it to express myself, all my different feelings that I have inside. And for me, in the next couple of months, this is what I want to do. I live locally in Canary Wharf, and I want to be able to set up workshops for the local community to be able to experience and spread the awareness of the things that I experienced, and they can experience it for themselves as well. So thank you very much for listening to me. My name is Emily. Thank you very much for your time.